All right, guys, we need to talk here about contradiction in Football Manager, right? This sort of thing drives me nuts. Again, I know this is FM23. You could probably argue maybe this doesn't happen in FM24, but I want to show you what's going on here because this is really stupid. So what's gone on here is before that last match, these were the expectations from the board and from the supporters. The Manchester United board expect the team to lose the next match. The supporters are predicting a defeat in the next match. Right, there's no specific expectations from the board. The supporters want to see see United give city rivals Manchester City the collective fright of their footballing lives, and we also hope that the team can carry on reaping the rewards of potent attacking football, which of course didn't happen. It wasn't a game that neutrals liked, and so on, or they wanted to see us play in a way that neutrals liked, and so on and so forth. All right, so you've got that. Now we're going to go over here and take a look at Club Vision, right? Go over here and look at the performance. And look, the board doesn't say anything about that last loss in the FA Cup since we've done what the board wanted us to do. But the supporters are very disappointed about the 0-1 FA Cup semifinal defeat after extra time against Manchester City, right? Go over to match performance. The board gives us a C- for that match, which I think is ridiculous considering how well we played and how we overwhelmed them and prevented them from scoring, considering the fact they had so many more shots than we did. The supporters' feedback, however, is just absolutely infuriating, right? So the thing that's awful about this feedback is that they're telling me that, it's so sad that we lost to our rivals and stuff. Well, yeah, I know that it's sad, but you guys weren't expecting us to win in the first place. This makes no sense. You can't say, well, I think that we're going to lose, and then when we lose, you're like, oh, I'm so upset that we lost. You did an awful job. I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. Right? So yeah, I know they're gutted at conceding a late winning goal. They're concerned following such a shaky defensive display. Disappointed to see the team lose. They're upset that I didn't put Christian Eriksen out there, who actually hasn't been playing that well. And they're disappointed following the defeat and so on and so forth. I mean, this is one of the big problems in Football Manager, right? This is a huge problem that, again, I've not seen any sign of this changing in FM24. Maybe in FM25 it'll change. I don't know. The problem is that there's something wrong with the internal algorithm of the game in which, there's this contradiction between what the expectation is for a match and how the supporters react to it afterwards. The same thing happens with the board all the time, right? You would think that in a match we were expected to lose, that the board would be kind of happy that we didn't get completely blown out, but no, the board is upset that we, didn't win or something. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? This is a huge problem. And when I say this is a problem, it's a problem because it takes away from what's the word for it? It takes away from sort of the immersion that you experience in the game. When you play a game like this, you're expecting to play a game that's sort of like a role-playing game, right? You're going to play in this certain role for this team, and you're expected to treat the game as if you were actually managing, a football club, which is really cool and it's a lot of fun, right? That's what Football Manager is all about. But when you have this sort of thing happen where the game tells you that everybody expects one thing to happen, and then that thing happens, and then everybody's really upset about it, it really, really detracts from the experience. I mean, it's a major, major issue. I know I'm not the only one who's talked about this. I know also this has been around for a while. Like I said, I don't have FM24 yet. The reason for that is because these games come out really buggy at the beginning. I know that from experience, right? But I'll tell you that I would not be surprised if in FM24 you run into the exact same issue, right? It's a major problem, and in my mind, it makes the game at times almost unplayable because you're like, okay, we're taking this seriously. We want to make sure we do a good job. We want to really get into this and have fun. And then you see stuff where you're like, well, that just must be the stupid algorithm, and it just destroys the entire experience. So anyway, interested in knowing what you guys think, but I'm tired of these shenanigans. It really should change. Really, I've said this over and over again. All NPC interactions in Football Manager need to be redone because they're done in a way that is cardboard and is extremely old school and is just not right. It can't compete with modern games. Anyway, there you have it. I will talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.